Welcome to this place called Earth and the Project. Moral and ethical inversions. In this short, the cost of certainty. Why needing to be right is a moral failure. Take a breath and feel what happens inside your body when you imagine being wrong. Tightness, heat, a drop in the stomach. That's exactly where this short begins. Because today's short inversion is simple. The more desperate we are to be right, the less capable we become of remaining humane. Certainty feels safe, but only because the nervous system is afraid. The need to be right never comes from wisdom. It comes from fear. When the nervous system feels threatened, emotionally, socially, or intellectually, it clings to certainty the way a drowning person clings to debris. Certainty becomes protection, identity, control, stability, the illusion of safety. This isn't intelligence. This is survival. Rigidity is the body's attempt to feel safe. Openness is the mind's ability to be free. When your body is in defense, your mind becomes inflexible. Being right becomes a substitute for being regulated. People who need to be right aren't trying to dominate the conversation. They're trying to regulate their nervous system. Certainty creates a temporary sense of order, superiority, clarity, self-worth, emotional solidity. But it's fragile. It collapses under nuance. So the moment someone challenges them, they escalate, they lecture, they debate aggressively, they defend their identity, not their argument. Because the debate isn't about truth, it's about maintaining internal stability. Certainty lowers intelligence. When you need to be right, you lose access to curiosity, perspective, complexity, nuance, alternative explanations, emotional information, critical thinking, self-awareness. Your mind narrows, your reasoning collapses into bias. Your ability to process contradictory information becomes impaired. Psychology calls this motivated reasoning. Philosophy calls it dogma. Somatic theory calls it threat defense. Whatever the language, the outcome is the same. You become less intelligent the more certain you believe you are. The brain stops learning when the ego starts performing. Certainty destroys empathy because it centers the self. The need to be right turns every interaction into listening, understanding, curiosity, compassion, connection. Empathy requires spaciousness. Certainty consumes all available space. When you're busy defending your truth, you can't make room for someone else's experience. You're not relating, you're broadcasting. Not connecting, but correcting. Certainty creates emotional pollution in relationships. People who cling to being right often leave behind an emotional residue. Others withdraw conversation, feel tense, vulnerability disappears, authenticity shuts down. People stop sharing honestly, disagreement feels unsafe. Because the relationship becomes a battleground of correctness instead of a meeting place of souls. When certainty dominates the room, truth becomes impossible. Truth requires flexibility. Rigidity blocks it. The illusion of moral rightness. People don't only argue to be factually right, they argue to be morally right. They want to be the ethical one, the informed one, the enlightened one, the one who gets it, the one with clarity, while others are confused. But morality without humility becomes self-righteousness. And self-righteousness is ethically empty, because being right is worthless if your humanity collapses in the process. Intellectual humility is a higher virtue than correctness. Humility says, I might be wrong, I could be missing something. Let me understand your perspective. Teach me what I don't see. My truth isn't the whole truth. This isn't a weakness. It's intelligence, it's integrity, it's emotional maturity. Humility keeps the nervous system open. Certainty closes it. Humility expands relationships. Certainty fractures them. Humility lets the mind breathe. Certainty suffocates it. The somatic test. What happens when we're challenged? Ask your body. Do I tense up when someone disagrees? Do I interrupt to correct? Do I feel threatened when others think differently? Do I need to dominate the narrative? Does my stomach drop when I'm wrong? Do I confuse disagreement with disrespect? Your body tells you the truth long before your mind does. Certainty feels tight, rigid, cold, contracted. Truth feels spacious, warm, open, grounded. So to close this short, the cost of certainty is immense. It narrows the mind, it fractures relationships, it blocks empathy. It destroys curiosity, it turns truth into ego. It makes intelligence impossible. Being right is cheap. Being open is rare. Being curious is courageous. Being humble is moral. Let your truth be flexible. Let your ego be soft. Let your mind stay open. Rigidity is fear. Curiosity is freedom.